Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is your host, VLD, coming back with another video. And I usually like to do Apple accessory reviews, and I got something for you. I have the Penoval A4 Pro. It's a cheap alternative to your Apple Pencil 2. And is it good? Is it bad? Let's find out in this video and see how it performs to the actual Apple Pencil itself. Let's go. And I was given this pencil. This is a sponsored video from the actual people who make the pen itself. And inside the box in which you have your basic instruction manual, your quick step, how to turn it on, this and that, your usual stuff. I mean, you don't really need it. And I was given the black pencil itself. I will gladly take black over white any day of the week, so I'm a huge fan of that. And the stylus itself is roughly about the same size as the Apple Pencil, and it's about the same dimensions. It has a metal feel to it, so it doesn't really feel cheap. You have a USB Type-C cable with a light indicator and a touch-sensitive button on top. In the actual instructions, it explains the different functions of it, of what to do. Blue means it's on, white means it's good, and red means it's charging. So it's pretty basic stuff overall. And with the tip itself, it's actually replaceable, so it comes with about 2 in the box. All you have to do is just unscrew it, and then you have the actual metal tip for the actual pencil itself to showcase just like that. And inside the box, there's 2 versions of this. You have the Pro one with 2 tips, or you have the non-Pro one with 1 tip, and you should be good with either or, really. Either or, you're given an extra tip, so I mean, unless you're really like dragging your hand on the screen itself, I mean, you have a spare tip, that should be good enough. You're given a crappy USB Type-C cable. It's short, it's not really great. I'm pretty sure you have a million of them in a drawer somewhere, so you're okay with that. It's not the greatest, but the cable, it is what it is. And to actually just charge it, you just pop in the USB Type-C charger. So I have multiple cables, so I can just grab one. Red means it's charging, blue means it's go, and white means it's idle. And that's the setup. And then with the actual pencil itself, I mean, it's just easy work. If you want to make it disappear, boom, it clicks on just like that. And I mean, how easy is that? It just click, 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 snap, snap, snap. And it's just so satisfying and so good to use. And look at that. I'm fiercely shaking it. I'm doing my MagSafe shake tests on this pencil, and it's working just fine, and I have no complaints. It's black, so it kind of blends in, so it's kind of forgettable. So you have to always double check to actually make sure it's actually there, and to make sure it's actually still there. And then this is just me showcasing the actual pencil sensitivity to it. There's no actual pencil pressure to it, so that means there's only one setting. So if you're an actual artist, you don't get any actual shading. But with the actual latency with this, I mean, it's not bad. It keeps up with it. It's not quite as fast as the 1 millisecond Apple one claims they have, but all in all, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, for 30 bucks, it's hard to beat. It doesn't actually have the ability to switch from pencil to pen, so that is a premium feature. Double click to turn off, and that's the only real function that it has besides just an actual pen. But one good thing about this is you can actually control 2 different iPads at the same time with 1 pen. So you can always have 2 iPads, 1 pen set up. If that's your thing, that's just me. I don't really judge. But you can control 2 iPads with 1 pen. So with this one, unlike the actual pen one itself, you can only use 1. But with this, you can use 2. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's about the same dimensions as an Apple Pencil 2. It's literally about the same. Honestly, if you flipped it over, painted it white, I can really tell the difference. Honestly, if you just flipped it over, painted it white, you can really tell the difference between either pen. I mean, there's a couple differences to it, but I mean, it's pretty minor. But I like the black feel to it better than the white one. It has magnets to it. But the only downside with this pen is it has no pressure sensitivity to it. So if you do a lot of artist drawing stuff, it might be a trade-off for you. But besides that, it's an actual good working pencil in which I actually like. And for 30 bucks, I mean, you can do about anything you can with it except for more intensive drawing or artistry, which at that point, you're just better off using the Apple Pencil 2. But here are some good points about this in which I do like. It's not like a cheap plastic, so it feels a little bit more premium. The price is under $30, so I mean, that alone is hard to beat. And it has a 20-hour battery life, And if you don't use it, after about 5 minutes, it becomes inactive and turns off to save your battery life, so you get more of a longer charge. It has stronger magnets on it, so therefore, if you shake it, it's not going to really fall off or come off in your bag, or you might lose it. So that's a key feature. I know some of them don't have it. And it also feels nice in the hands. So when you actually use it, it feels like a lighter version of the actual Apple Pencil itself, and not just like a cheap knockoff marker anywhere. It has USB Type-C, unlike other devices in 2021, in which I still bought, that you still use micro, so you don't need to carry any extra cables with it, so you just have the one. So if you have an iPad Mini 6 or a Pro, you already have the charger needed in order to actually work for it. And if you're coming from them, you don't really need to carry anything extra. And you can also use multiple devices at the same time. With the Apple Pencil itself, I mean, it's a pretty nice feature, but the thing that has above it a premium feature is you have the ability to change from eraser to pen. This one actually doesn't. You have a pressure sensitive on the top for it to turn off and turn on. But all in all, I mean, it's a really good device. I'm actually a really big fan of it. And for the price itself, the only downside is it does have pressure sensitivity. So if you're an actual artist, it might be a trade-off or not a good selling point. At that point, stick with an Apple Pencil. But if you're just an everyday user looking for a kid, I recommend this. And I use this in my daily life. Thank you. Signing out.